Hey everybody. So this is a video I wanted to make about a cryptocurrency that I'm actually an ambassador for that is long overdue. And I'm going to show you the major reasons why I decided to be part of this project and this particular ecosystem within the PulseChain sphere. And there's numerous different reasons that hit home for me, specifically about this project, on why I'm so enticed about it. And this project is love.io. So, love.io is a censorship-resistant cryptocurrency that's aimed for worldwide adoption and made for the highest possible value appreciation. What it's meant to do is basically give content creators back their revenue streams. Now, if you're a content creator like me on YouTube or on Twitch or on any social media platform where content creation can be monetized, you're aware at the idea that the centralized platform that you're using will take a large portion of your content. Let's say you get a super chat of $10, YouTube will probably take 40% of that. It's the same concept on it's the same concept in on Udemy. For example, I actually have a cryptocurrency course, albeit outdated, that some people buy every now and then. It's listed for $12.99, and yet I get $2 revenue when someone buys it because most of it goes to either Google or Udemy. And I find that to be a major issue, that amount of money is going to something that's just a hosting service for my work. And I find that to be a major issue. And that's why I like Love, because it gives content creators back their revenue streams. So, and we're going to talk about the founder, Anders, a little bit, and why I respect him so highly. He does so much for this project that I can't even begin to tell you how much this man does and how passionate this man is about love.io. And I'm going to talk to you guys about why I respect him so much and the way that he's promoting and expanding love is something that I haven't seen in cryptocurrency. So we look at love for a variety of different ways, and it has many different functions, which is why it's very important to me. Again, you have this symbol right here: Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitch, Airbnb, and it's also going to be utilized on PulseChain. It's bringing fresh capital into PulseChain. This is a project that Anders and the team is attempting to garner outside capital into PulseChain. Now, I've interviewed a lot of different projects on PulseChain and launching on PulseChain, and I love them all. They're all fantastic projects. The main issue I'm seeing is that a lot of these projects that I see personally launching on PulseChain, they're not gearing outside of this walled garden. They're making tools for pre-existing hexagons and pulsagons. They're not marketing to people outside of the PulseChain ecosystem, and I think it's necessary for us to do that as PulseChain's launch, whenever that may be, approaches. So, with that being said, I think the Love name has a massive product fit because love transcends borders, it transcends cultures, it transcends religion, it transcends nations. It's a universal zeitgeist of the human consciousness that has existed for time immemorial. I think that's a very important thing to recognize. A name of a company is incredibly important. Now, we're going to look at this from a perspective as well. We're going to look at the technology. The wallet here is called the Love Fee Wallet, where you can send and receive love and other digital assets. It has an AMM swap function, and you'll have mobile pay as well, where you can connect Visa, MasterCard, American Express as well. And you can pay with Love as well. So here are the use cases that I want to highlight to you. Micro-tipping and donations to influencers and streamers. Like I said before, it's very appealing for streamers to garner revenue streams outside of a centralized platform, because these centralized platforms, what they do is they steal what you've created and in the matter of the amount of revenue you garner. And I find that to be an issue. And like this says here, Bitcoin was an alternative in the past to receive donations, but many streamers were experiencing difficulties due to high transaction costs and slow confirmation speeds. Because Love is going to be on PulseChain, it's going to be extremely quick and basically free with the fees that we have on PulseChain. Also, the fact that love is more suitable. It's a universal language associated with the human emotion. So, you can microtip to NFT artists and content creators. Content creators are supported by their subscribers, by their fans, by their followers. And utilizing love is more than just sending a Venmo payment to someone. It's almost like the follow concept on Twitter. Like, we value following people and our people following us so much. It's almost like a status symbol, and it's also a subconscious digital bond between different people that says, I'm interested in what you're doing. And Facebook did this with friend requests, and MySpace, if any of you were around during this, I'm sure many of you have been, the top friends, I'm sure if you had MySpace and your friends had MySpaces, there were many different arguments going on, like, why is this friend in front of this guy and this girl's in front of this guy? Top friends played a huge role in the success of MySpace. Friend requests and likes were a huge success on Facebook. Twitter has the same thing. And now we believe at Love, it's very important for people to receive love, not just as a monetary gift, but the name itself speaks to the individual. I'm sending you love. It's more of it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor of not only monetary gratitude, but human connection. And I find that to be very, very important in a lot of different ways. So, by utilizing love, artists and creators can make future promises to reward early supporters and fans with special editions, future access to fans only, to the wallet addresses that supported the content creator early on who utilized love. So incentivize reviews and donations as well. It can be used as monetary. Using monetary energy alone is harder for a business to incentivize good reviews through microtipping. Like, just sending money, the energy is much different than the notion of love. And I think that's very, very important here. I also think that online shopping is huge, and I want to make this clear as well. You buy love and get your brand or product promoted. LoveFi is building a global influencer and social shopping search engine, currently with a database of over 1 million influencers in 89 countries. Companies, brands, and businesses can search influencers that are targeting their audience locally or internationally. They also have over 100,000 products on their marketplace. You can earn cash back with LoveFi, with Love.io on LoveFi. So, for example, look at all this. So you spend $95.44 on Juicy, you can get $1.90 USD in Love rewards. Same thing here with Al Haramain, if I'm pronouncing that properly. Same thing with Roberto Cavalli. Same thing with Zippos. You can get cash back. It's basically, if you look at it from a perspective, from a business prospect, you can look at it from a loyalty program. How many companies are successful because they have loyalty programs that they give their customers incentive to stay with them instead of a competitor? Oh, you spent $100 at Petco, you get $5 off. Oh, you spent $100 at GameStop instead of the Microsoft store, you got a $5 coupon off of another game. This is how you keep loyalty in the midst of a competitive marketplace. It's very important, in my opinion. So, we looked at monetary gifts in Asian culture as well, monetary gifts in Western culture. It's very important. And then we go into the philosophy of love and how it's going to blitzscale. And if you don't know what blitzscaling is basically the idea of, is a network to have something in a name, platform, or concept that increases the users in the network by itself without the need to educate or acquire new users. I'll make a perfect example of blitzscaling. Arizona iced teas. Arizona iced tea does not spend any money on marketing, to my knowledge. It markets itself by staying $1. By that concept, Arizona iced tea has grown substantially in the last 15 years because they have the market promise of staying $1. Most iced teas or beverages you see, they don't blitzscale like Arizona, because Arizona is able to basically market itself through its price point. That's basically what it is. A product markets itself by itself. And we talked about friend requests here, how that was blitzscaling. Friend requests. So Love, as a name for a cryptocurrency, has the same built-in network increase mechanism. The network will blitzscale similarly to LinkedIn, Facebook, and PayPal. So we look at the Loveonomics here. So, excuse me, the Love blockchain protocol brings real value to its users. It helps users to interact in various ways, sending love with monetary amounts and private messages, posting Love QR codes to receive love from followers, and Love allows users to send monetary value peer-to-peer on social apps, plugins, and official cryptocurrency wallets as well. And it's used for incentivization, engagement, micropayments, cross-promotion, partnerships, referral commissions, and a lot more. So this is the this is the idealism of network effects and the price trajectory on the basis of the network effects. And they talk about the network mechanism here, how real-world use cases increases the Love token price, more users want to earn money in Love, increases number of influencers, more brands and businesses want to buy Love. So you have the marketplace, which I just showed you, and the search network, where you have social media influencers in 89 countries as well, and where the Love.io Foundation is based as well. And I want to talk about the global management team, and I want to talk about specifically Anders. And I want to go to Anders' is Twitter. Now, Anders, before we do that, I want to read this to you. Anders successfully led projects all over the world and has 20 years international experience working in the tech industry in Sweden, US, UK, and Australia, and more than 10 years in China. He actually lived there. Anders has actually been in blockchain projects since 2014. Now, Anders was a co-founder, majority shareholder, and director of Diacrit International, a VR and AI company. He personally recruited the company's first 30 employees in Beijing, China, which grew to over 400 employees and offices in 8 countries. Together, today, Diacrit is one of the world leaders in digital visualization tools. So Diacrit was acquired by News Corp Australia in 2016. So basically, he was the person who got Diacrit off of its feet and allowed it to become the successful company that it is today by recruiting the first 30 employees. The reason why I have so much respect for Anders as a founder is that he looks at Love from a business perspective. He looks at Love on the perspective of, how do I create a business model out of this? You don't see that a lot in these new cryptocurrency projects. You see just tokenomics, you see promotion in the community, and you hope that people buy the product. Anders has a huge business model, and he's traveled over 4 continents in the last 6 months promoting this project. He's been to Singapore, he's been to Ecuador, Florida, Los Angeles, London, Spain, promoting this project. I want to show you a few things. So let's go here, for example. Very nice meeting your fantastic team, Ivan Webb, talking Moralist Web and Love.io. So Ivan on Tech, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the most well-known crypto YouTubers and crypto educators out there with almost 400K followers, and he's building Web3 infrastructure at Moralist Web. And Moralist Web, let's look at Web3, and Love is a Web3 oriented project. It makes scalable Web3 development faster and easy. It has 40,000 followers, and again, it's being built by Ivan on Tech, and Anders has been in direct contact with their team. Then he highlights that he was invited to speak. He was invited to speak at Crypto Show Asia in Singapore, and he's presenting Love.io, and he's promoting PulseChain. Now, a lot of people have gatekept Love.io. I don't know why, but the amount of promotion this guy has done, that Anders has done for PulseChain, people should be really thanking him for what he's doing and the amount of conferences he has been at promoting PulseChain. And I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, and instead he's gatekept because he's a third-party project, and I think that's wrong. Let's see what else. We have projects, we have reviews, and Crypto PRNR is actually one of our ambassadors now. He's one of the most well-known PulseChain YouTubers. I think he has, let me look at his subscriber count on YouTube. I think he's got 10,000 followers or something, subscribers or something along those lines. Let's check right now. Let's go to his YouTube channel. Sorry, my computer's a little slow. Yeah, 10.7K. 10.7K followers, okay? So, and he makes a video weekly about love.io. Now, we also had a stream, The Verse and I, about PulseChain. I made a segment about PulseChain with him, and we spoke about the intricacies of the project. We also just onboarded Accountability Nation. I did a podcast with him. I was inspired by his story on weight loss and fitness, and he is a motivational speaker, and he's a published author, and he's got 11,000 followers, and he's an ambassador for love.io. And I'm very excited to have him, and I think he's an amazing dude. I really do. I think that he has a lot of potential, and I think that what he does is very inspiring and kind of speaks the truth of what love.io is trying to do, spread love. So we have, where else did Andrew speak that I want to show you guys? So they spoke also in London, Lush Day at the Level 39 CW community at the launch of the Metaverse Week in London. So they've been speaking at the Metaverse Week as well, which I think is huge, which I think is major. Then we have, excuse me, we have, let's see where else he has discussed. So, love the best crypto token ever. When PulseChain launched, we will rock it, let's go. And let me see, because I know that he has other tweets on here about where he has gone. And my computer just loves to go slow whenever I want it to work. At Blockchain Fest in Singapore, next second pitching love.io, PulseChain Hex at a private crypto club with a membership fee of $50,000. So these guys, they're not impoverished. These people are not people that don't have any money. These are legitimately wealthy people, and he is here pitching love.io to them. So I want to also highlight that he is also working with Coinstore, which is an exchange with 700K followers in Asia. So he's looking to now work with Coinstore on love.io. He goes so many different places to promote this project. And like, if you know who Mandingo Swap is, he's also very well known in the Hex and PulseChain ecosystem. And he is very, very excited for love.io as well. He's actually a moderator. So we have over 1,000 sacrifices reached for love.io. So we need to look at this perspective in a variety of different ways. And when I look at the promotion that I see from Anders, from different areas, we have another ambassador, Xander Sims, does NFT campaigns for top Web3 brands, influencers, pro athletes, and entertainers. This is another thing that's very exciting about love. Like, I could go on and on and on and on about the excitement of this project. And I find a lot of value in a project where the founder is, 1, passionate, 2, extremely driven, and 3, will stop at nothing to see the adoption of his project. Look, May 9th, very proud, speaking at the largest crypto event in Southeast Asia, Thailand Crypto Expo. He's all over the place, promoting this project. And this is something to me that is very, very, very exciting to see from a founder. And I know a lot of people gatekeep PulseChain third-party projects, and I find it to be a problem. I really do. So, love.io partnership with Amaze World, which is basically now letting Lovely into the travel industry. I'm actually going to retweet that because I don't think I did. Famous Thai radio host dropping by love.io to get some love. He knows how to network. #1 dev influencer with her YouTube channel. He knows how to influence. He knows how to speak with people. He knows how to garner. He knows how to garner new investors and new individuals who have interest in blockchain. And this is a pitch that has become very, very positive. And I know what's going on behind the scenes. And I know what he's been doing for this project. And I have to say, He is one of the most hardworking CEOs I have ever seen, especially in blockchain. He looks at this from a business perspective, which is what I like. I like to see someone utilizing business models that have succeeded in previous companies, and not just creating a model that exists in cryptocurrency today that let's make a project, let's promote it on YouTube and I don't know, Twitter and LinkedIn, and then hope to God that people buy it and we have minimal utility. He's operating Love.io from a business model, and that's what I'm appreciative about this project the most. And this is why I'm happy to be an ambassador. Now, I don't know if any of my followers know, but I am an ambassador of Love.io, and I'm very happy to be working with this project. He met with Da Vinci as well at the Global Metaverse Summit. Not sure if you know who this is, but he's an early Bitcoin adopter with 500,000 followers. He's also extremely wealthy. So I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on Love.io. Have you heard of this project before? I know that most third-party projects are kind of gate-kept, and I find it to be very unfortunate, but I think personally Love.io has a great chance to bring in a lot of fresh capital into the PulseChain sphere. So I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on Love.io.